Did we wait till marriage? Should we tell them?
Yes.
We decided to. Thank you so much for coming back to our channel. So today we're going to be answering your guys' juicy questions. We did a little Q&A on Instagram to ask you guys what you wanted to know about us that was juicy, and so that's what we're going to be doing right now.
Here we are.
But before we begin, make sure to please like and subscribe.
Hit that
button. It
button.
really helps us out a lot, so thank you for doing that. So we'll just get right into it then. Alright, so have you ever thought about breaking up before getting married?
There was never a time where I actually wanted to break up with Hannah. I felt very frustrated at her just a couple times, but that's it. I love her, and I knew that she was the woman for me.
That's how I felt too. There was a few arguments we had. I think they're probably the same instances for both of us, that we both felt that way, where we're like questioning kind of like, is this something that we want? Like, is this something that we want to, you know, have to work through forever, like just certain things? And so there was a few times where I thought about like, is this the right thing? But then when I actually thought about it, like I just couldn't imagine my life without him. So
next question.
Is your hair a wig? Was it?
No.
No, it's not a wig. This is my natural hair, natural color too. I've never done anything with it besides cut it.
She's never even dyed it.
I've never dyed it or highlights or anything. Maybe someday, but I've just heard stories about people with red hair. Like sometimes it just doesn't come out the way they wanted it to, just because like the hair doesn't, I don't know, there's something about red hair. I don't know if it's true, but I've just heard something.
So she's just been a little hesitant.
I've been a little hesitant. And plus I feel like I would look weird.
I love her hair color anyways.
Yeah, I just feel like I would look weird with any other hair color.
I think she could pull off any hair color.
I
Personally,
don't know. I've done like those like filters where you can like change it to like blonde or brown or black, and I feel like I don't feel like I have to have red hair, like with my eyebrows.
I think you could pull whatever off.
I don't know. Thank you. I just don't know. How many times a day do you kiss?
A lot.
A lot. Yeah.
I can't count. There's a lot, especially because
there's a lot of physical touch between us, like snuggles and hugs.
I'm leaving the room. Hey, kiss me. She just. I'm going out. Hey, kiss me. I could be doing something super important, like trying to cook and make sure I'm not burning things. Hey, kiss me. I'm like, I'm in the middle of this. So there's a lot of hey, kiss me moments.
Yes.
So. And I do it back
kissing.
too. You know, I got a bugger back too. So.
But I feel like I probably ask more.
She probably does.
I like physical touch though.
Yes, she does.
I do a lot. How do you maintain a close and private relationship with Jesus after marriage?
I think that getting married will definitely bring you closer to the Lord because you'll be praying more.
Stop.
Hey, I think it will help you, and I think that it's not necessarily, I mean, you have to make sure you're continually talking to the Lord regardless. Yes. We make sure to pray with each other.
Yeah, but it's also important to have your own relationship with the Lord too,
sure.
because you can't just depend on that person to be your comfort or your savior. Like, Jesus has to be that.
I'm just saying there's moments in your marriage where you're going to have to ask for grace.
Forgiveness,
patience.
So you will be talking
give me your heart, God. So there's a lot.
Marriage is beautiful and amazing, but it's also really hard, and one of the hardest things you will do, because it's taking two people and meshing them together. Two imperfect people who grew up completely different ways, who have different ideas, and trying to push them together and, you know, live together. And like, I feel like we fought about little things that I never thought like we would fight about. Just stupid things, or you're irritated at them for not putting something away, or it's been a long day at work, you just don't want to talk to anyone. I don't know. There's just, you know, marriage is hard, but it's also amazing.
It's super rewarding. There's a lot of joy. We've been able to accomplish so much together.
Yeah.
I think that to answer the question, you need to make sure you're talking to God and,
just make
it
sure
a priority.
But
I also think there's times that you will cry out to God.
Very true.
If you are a person of faith, you'll cry out.
Well, and it's just, you know, it's important to keep that person relationship with him a priority as well too, because it's important to grow together, but also important to grow personally, like that triangle. Like the closer it's like, you know, you and your husband and God, the closer that you both draw God, the closer you'll draw together as well. So it's,
I think too, also make sure you're praying and reading your word individually as well as together.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, whose feet stink more? Definitely 1000% Justin.
I'm a working man. Sometimes I get stinky.
Can be ranted sometimes. Yeah. Did we wait till marriage? Should we tell him?
Yes.
We decided to wait till marriage. So that was just something that we really wanted to keep sacred in a relationship when we were dating. We were not perfect, but we definitely just wanted to keep that something that we saved till we were married. And so yes, we did wait till marriage. I know it's not a common thing nowadays, but we just,
it was important to us. It's something we both desired and believed in, and so we kept each other accountable in that area and set a goal to make sure that we waited till then.
Was it worth it?
Definitely.
Yes, I definitely 100% would say it's worth it. It was hard, but it was worth it in the end. So if anyone is, you know, thinking about making that decision, I think our opinion is it is worth it. So, all right. When are we having kids and how many? Everyone is always asking that in all of our comments of our videos and pictures. Like, when are the babies coming? Give her a baby. All these things. So
we've talked about it. We wouldn't mind. She wants a lot of kids, so I wouldn't mind 4.
Yeah, I think 4 is kind of what we both thought, but
we'll see because
we'll see. We'll start with 1, go from there. Like, it could be a hard pregnancy, or it could just, you know, we just don't know what the future holds. I think ideally we both think that maybe 4 would be a good number. Yeah. But it's whatever God has for us. If He wants us to have 12 kids, then we'll have 12 kids. If we're not supposed to have any, then we won't. But
we're planning around 4.
Yeah, we're planning around 4, and then how
maybe
long?
Maybe 4.5.
When are we 4.5? Anyways, okay. When are we having kids?
So if it was Hannah's choice,
I think this is the part we disagree. And if it was up to me, I would say
we would have had kids.
We would have been on kid number 2. No, just kidding. Yeah. I don't think that would have been
high
possible. Key. See, I say that, but at the same time, I do enjoy the time we are.
She desires to be a mother.
I really want to be a mom.
And I want to be a dad too, but I think that once that season comes, it is a completely different season in life. It is beautiful, and parents who have children out there can agree, I'm sure, that it's a beautiful season. They wouldn't trade it for anything. But once that season comes, can't really go back to another season. So I just want to enjoy this time. We've been seeing each other for
on a lot of stuff, and we're
working on a lot of stuff.
We just bought a new house and we're renovating, and there's
working on TikToks, our own individual work,
and there's just a lot going on, and still getting to know each other, because I mean, like, total with dating and everything, we've been together for almost 2 years, and I feel like we're still learning about each other a lot, and not maybe necessarily just like the surface things, but just like how we communicate with things, and just little habits that maybe like we didn't even know we had, and like you do
some habits you knew you had, and that we're just not,
and they kind of just now are exposed. And so like it is good, I think, to have little time, but I also am very excited.
I'm excited too.
I would say
within the next year or 2 we should have a child. So
hopefully.
Yes. We'll and when I tell her that, she's like, okay, so
I'm like looking at the calendar, so like, can we start this day? Because then if we add up to 9 months,
then
it
would be
because I calculated if we get pregnant in December. He said 2 years. We first got married.
I said 2 to 3 years until we have children.
He said 2 years.
I did not say that.
Anyways, he said 2 years
at least
from when the time, you know, we're married. And so I'm like, okay. So that means if we got pregnant this December, it'll be exactly 9 months to our 2 years.
Like,
so
that's not what I meant.
Baby at exactly 2 years we're married, so it's perfect. But he says we start trying in 2 years, which I think my plan is better.
Well, the thing is that had we had children, all of this stuff we're doing right now might be a little different, and might not even be where it is at, because we've been able to focus and hone in on creating together. And, you know, I have been able to work on music and stuff more too. And so it's just, we want to prepare our family for a good life. And
we do. And we're getting closer to that. We wanted a house for sure. That was one of the things we wanted before a baby, and we have that now. So we're ready. All right, so that is all the juicy questions for today. We'll do more of these. We'll do parts and stuff, so we'll do more. So when we have the little Q&A on Instagram, make sure to ask the questions you want to hear. And with that being said, follow us on Instagram as well. Justin is at Regal Noise, because if anyone doesn't know, some people get confused, like, is his name Justin or Regal?
My legal name is Justin, but I have been a musician for, a long time, my whole life, but I go by Regal Noise. For music.
So on the internet, we're just trying to brand him as Regal because, he eventually wants to, he has a bunch of music out there, so if you haven't heard of it, go on Spotify, look up Regal Noise. But he just, his
Even
dream would
YouTube.
be to be able to just do music, so we're just kind of trying to brand it right now as him as Regal. But his real name is Justin, so when I say Justin, that's because it's his name. Anyways, my Instagram is HannahClicka7 as well, so make sure to follow us on there, so then when we do have these Q&As, you can be a part of asking the questions. But anyways, thank you.
We appreciate your support.
Yes.
Thank you guys so much again for showing us all the love and comments
Yes.
and just reaching out to us, telling us your stories, having us be able to pray for you and everything. So we love you, and we'll see you guys soon.
Bye.